Hey, welcome everyone. It is John the Net Guy, and today I'm going to show you a very cool product. It was sent out to me from the Zotek company for free for a fair and honest review, but they wanted to get this in front of you so you could see it too. It's a socket tester, but it's not like your traditional just 3-light socket tester where you gotta guess and figure out what it's doing. This thing is intelligent. It's got a ton of capabilities and features, a really clear, easy to read display. I'm going to show you all about it right now. So first things first, we're going to need some wall voltage. This normally would be used to test outlets. I've got an outlet over there we can try it on, but I want to show you how this works. I'm going to use my little benchtop extension here. We're going to unbox it real quick. It's going to come with some instructions here on the side. There's the socket tester user manual. So it's going to tell you about all the basic features, but you know what? Honestly, it was super easy to use. And compared to the other guys, you don't need a degree to figure this thing out. Really, really straightforward. Let's go ahead and plug it in, and you're going to see that display light up almost immediately here. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in. We're going to hold it for 2 seconds to turn the tester on, because again, this thing actually has a built-in battery. That way, if the outlet isn't working, it's still going to be able to tell you. Now, this thing is telling me a ton about this outlet already. I've got my voltage. I'm going to have a voltage variance here if it's changing. I have my neutral, I have my electrical, I have my line. I also have an NCV tester in here. So what is an NCV tester? I'm going to go ahead and take this. I can bring it close to an outlet, and it's going to tell you that there's power even on a cord. You can see how sensitive that is. Now, if I just want to use it as a regular socket tester, I plug it in. It's going to do the test, and it's going to tell me that it's wired, in this case, correctly. So I love that capability. I'm going to remove the screen protector here so we can see the screen even better. Got a gorgeous looking screen here, lots of detail. Again, really good view angle, at least here in the studio. You can see all those numbers here. So I love that. There is a button here called GFCI test. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to check to see if a ground fault circuit interrupter is properly wired. Now, in this case, this circuit that I'm using doesn't have a GFI. So I hit the GFI test, nothing happens. And what that's going to do, it's going to create a 5 milliamp circuit to ground, and that should be enough to trigger any GFI protection that you have in your home. And so that's why they do it. This would be a fail on the GFI test, so that's what we know here. Tons of capability here. It does have batteries built into it. It looks like it uses 2 AAA batteries, but they came with my unit. I didn't even have to install them, and it's ready to go. So this is a much easier to use outlet checker than most of the ones that are out there on the market. Again, let's look up real close how you can use it. Plug it into any old standard outlet. This could be an extension, or it could be a regular outlet. And there you can go. You can see that very clean screen that it has. Really super easy to use. Excellent value there. So let's talk real briefly about the different modes that this thing has. I was just checking through the manual and I wanted to make sure I covered them. Now, when you don't have it plugged into anything, it's not going to have anything shown here. When we do plug it into something, that's when it's going to display the value. Now, this 3 areas that you see here, that's a correct wiring scenario. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just talk you through what are the different kinds of tests that it can do. First one is correct wiring. Flashing prompt says you're missing a neutral wire. So any one of the neutral or line or ground, it's going to let you know that whatever's missing, so it can detect that. Additionally, it's going to tell you if the phase is wrong or the earth ground is missing. And there's a live and earth wire reversed, so it's going to tell you which ones are reversed. Live and neutral wire reversed, which is also scary here. So that's going to have that shown. If you don't have any live wire or anything, it'll be off, and only a test live wire. So that's where you might have one connected, but you don't have an earth ground or a neutral. So very easy. The symbols on here are your neutral, your earth ground, and your line voltage. Very standard, very easy to follow. Something I really like about this. From Zotek, this is their ZT E4 socket tester. This is something that everybody should have in their little electronics tool bag.